Hi all, this is Simona Rich, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction taking place in the 0 degrees of Aquarius on the 21st of December 2020. Though I am an astrologer focusing on the interpretation of birth charts, this is such an important conjunction that I have to talk about it. So in this video I'm going to explain the possibilities of how this conjunction will manifest. This is the conjunction that is called the Great Conjunction, and also it's called the Kingmaker because structures and the way that the society is ruled changes during such conjunctions. And this is one of the greatest conjunctions of this and next year, and it's in general one of the greatest conjunctions in astrology. And it's difficult, of course, to predict how it will manifest. As astrology works, it kind of shows in symbols what can happen, and every planet and sign has multiple symbols. So the way that we can predict what will happen is to combine those symbols and see what they represent. So this kind of conjunction could stand for controlled expansion, and it's taking place in the sign of Aquarius, which represents groups and goals. So it could mean, it could represent goals, huge goals to achieve in a structured way. And when it applies to the whole world, we can see this manifesting. The whole society, the way that it functions, is being transformed. So the powers that be try to change the society. They have big goals for the society and they want to change the way that it operates. And since Aquarius stands for groups, it also represents, this kind of conjunction also represents group control, group management, group monitoring, kind of restructuring how groups work. And of course, because of the negative aspects we see from Mars and Uranus, there will be opposition to this controlled group control, and also there will be opposition to the goals that the powers that be have for the society at large. And since Aquarius is the sign that is an air sign, it's the sign that is kind of, it's social, but it's also distant at the same time. And it also can represent advanced technologies and work online. All this combined could produce the situation that the society there will be some kind of group activity, but it could be online, or even if there are groups, they are not really related to each other. And this definitely represents the shift towards the age of internet. So Capricorn, where those signs were before, represents traditional systems, traditional organizations, traditional establishments, and now it's shifting from the earth sign to the air sign. So it's going to be, the emphasis is going to be on communication, newest technologies, internet. So definitely, if you don't have website or your business is not online, now you have to take it online, because this is the new age of communication that is done kind of through newest technologies, which is in this case, which applies to the internet in this case. So businesses will definitely be moving online, and a lot of our communication and interaction will take place online, and group interactions that are not online, they may also be controlled. Personally, I already feel this conjunction, and I was feeling it for a while. And what that changes in my life is definitely the goals are greater, and there is some assurance that they will be achieved, although it can take a long time. There is this patience that no matter how long it will take, there is this hope and patience that if I continue working on them, I will achieve them. And I'm a person who didn't have goals before. Like, I had few goals and I achieved them, and I didn't have goals, but I think because of this conjunction, I started forming big goals to achieve. And you may know, like, establishing myself in my land, and there's so many things that needs to be done. Like, the whole system has to be created for me to be able to live there, like water system and so forth. And I need to learn to drive, and those are big goals, and I'm establishing myself to live in one country, which never happened before. So that's how this conjunction personally affected me, that there is expansion of goals, that I have now big goals to achieve, and I don't mind even if they take long time to achieve. So this will apply in one degree or another to all people, but of course it also depends where this conjunction falls in your natal chart. And if you know astrology, or you can if you are a little bit astrology literate, you can go to places like astro.com or AstroTheme and check where that conjunction takes place, to determine how exactly it will affect you. And also another way that I see this conjunction manifesting in my life is that there is great acceptance to people from all walks of life, and just joy of seeing different expressions, different personal expressions, the way that humanity expresses themselves, and just greater understanding of people who may be very different from me. And also I think it could be to do with Neptune being in Pisces. It also softens people, and if Neptune makes some aspect to your important planet, you may also find yourself becoming more compassionate and understanding, and trying to put yourself in the shoes of other people. So this conjunction could also manifest in a way that the governance changes, or the governance is upgraded, that the institutions that control, that rule humanity, are moving away from the established structures and moving towards new ways of doing things, and also becoming much more digital, moving operations online. But because of Uranus in Taurus and Mars in Aries squaring the conjunction, that means that there will be definitely people who will not accept new ways of living, and they will fight, and they will be aggressive, yet the aspects they're making are not strong, so it won't do great, it won't result in any great effect. So this conjunction stands for structured expansion, big long-term goals, and hope that they will be achieved, or should I say assurance that they will be achieved. It represents structure, organization, consistent, persistent action, purposeful action, level-mindedness, logical thinking, acceptance, broad-mindedness. So I don't see that as a negative conjunction. I know two very contradictory planets are in conjunction with each other, and Saturn is stronger because it's the all-ruler of Aquarius. And some people may not like this change because Aquarius is about detachment and, trends, newest trends, and some people are more Capricorn-like and they want to stay in that structure. But the way that I feel, this and planetary energy in my personal life is the energy of hope, broad-mindedness, and new outlook, and it's very fresh, and it's exciting. I just feel really happy about this conjunction. Yet, of course, if this conjunction makes some difficult aspect to an important planet in your chart and it's placed in an important house, it may not give us much of a hope. It all depends what kind of situation there is in your natal chart. So it's difficult to comment on how each person will find this conjunction, of how each person will feel the effect of this conjunction. But in general, I see it as a positive change, though of course each planet has negative and positive symbols. It depends on the level of consciousness of people affected by those planets. So for example, Venus can affect a person on a high level of consciousness as the love of the whole humanity, and then if a person is on a lower level of consciousness, he could be affected by the rays of Venus in a very bad way, like that they would have temptation to sexually abuse someone. So it all depends on the level of consciousness of people. So this great conjunction will affect negative people on a low level of consciousness, in a way that, for example, they would want to control people, control humanity, monitor all the humanity, because it's structured, purposeful control. So it could manifest in such people's actions as the need to, be in charge and to dominate and to control humanity, to know what groups are up to. But this conjunction affecting people who have a high level of consciousness will manifest as the love of the whole humanity and acceptance of the whole humanity. And also we can see that Saturn shifted from Capricorn to Aquarius with Jupiter, and this it will manifest also as older mindsets, older people are being now exposed to different ways of living, different lifestyles, different choices of people, and they are encouraged to become broad-minded about them, to accept them. So it's kind of old aspects are brought into something that is new. So that could be, if a person allows, this kind of conjunction could allow that person to more easily accept that which he's not or she's not familiar with, that which is very different from their own lifestyle. So it's shown that there will be great help for people who are old-fashioned, for people who are stuck in their beliefs. There will be great help for them to move on. That's the energy that is new and fresh, and it will help them if they are willing to open up. And then they will, if they open up and they change, then they will really enjoy this age. And also, I should always tell that we all create our own reality. So if you are focused on what the powers that be are up to, negative people in the positions of power, then you will see that bad reality. But I advise people to focus on creating your own reality, the reality that you want to see, and you have the power to do that. Each person experiences now their own created heaven or hell. People who are positive, they will be naturally led to places that will be affected positively by this conjunction. So just try to keep your energy field pure and happy and hopeful and positive, and then you will be led to the right places, to the right people, and you will take right actions, and it will help you to manifest heaven on earth, happiness. And those people who focus now on things that they see that they don't like, well, they will keep manifesting those things. So it's very important, use this conjunction to your advantage, because it's a very hopeful conjunction. And open your mind and take in that energy of newness, how to say, that new energy, that happy, hopeful, optimistic energy, and the energy that is and very light energy compared to the Capricornian energy. So just be open to that good influence of the conjunction, because of course, depending on the level of consciousness, this conjunction can affect people positively or negatively. So just try to take in the positive aspect, positive influence of this conjunction by being happy, by being optimistic, by being hopeful and broad-minded. And then you will see that this conjunction will work wonders. It will make structure changes into your life depending on where it is in your natal chart, and it's going to change your mind, open your mind, and upgrade your thinking. So as I said, this conjunction, in my opinion, is a positive one, but its manifestation will depend on your level of consciousness. So I hope that this was useful to you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Take care.